behind the cape. There's some things that we got to talk about as it pertains to T'Challa. The first thing that I noticed was the fact that in the season finale of X-Men, they decided to put T'Chaka in T'Challa's place, which caused a lot of backlash for Marvel and how they're doing things. Bro, what? It didn't even make sense.
So, just we'll talk about the episode a little bit. Before we even get to the firestorm that was started when they had the Black Panther cameo in there's several phases of disappointment. I don't know if I go that far, but of side eyeing that I'm doing to the finale, right? So first of all, I'm looking at Storm, who has already got her powers back. Storm has already regained her powers.
Mm-hmm.
She's also come back to the X-Men. She's been back since episode 8. We're in the final fight, and I can't recall, outside of, a few lightning bursts, anything notable from Storm in that last episode where, like, okay, we've already completed the arc of how powerful she is without her powers, and so she regains them. She's a newly minted leader, blah, yada, yada. When is Storm going to kick ass? And then to hear that, and then hear the director that has been, lauded, rightfully so, for the last couple of weeks as the show's been picking up popularity, explain why he didn't feel like Storm needed to join in the action. Man,
What'd he say?
Oh, he said that Storm, the point of it was to show that her empathy was greater than anybody else's on the team. That her losing her powers and coming back, I'm paraphrasing, by the way. Her coming back, she came back bellowing with wisdom and knowledge, and that she was more towards the... I don't know, bro.
Didn't we show her empathy in the first episode?
One of her superpowers was her empathy. And the only way to the only way to show Black power is not just through violence. Even though Eric Lyncher, a Holocaust surviving Jew, shows some fucking violence. Rogue, a white girl from Louisiana, shows some fucking violence. Jubilee, an Asian lady, shows some violence.
Yeah.
Literally everyone on the show showed violence except for Bishop and Storm.
I was gonna say the Black people on the show.
Well, Sunspot did, but he's only kind of Black in the show because we've changed everything about him. Don't even know who that character is.
Wait, I thought Sunspot was Brazilian anyway. Well, Black Brazilian, but I thought there was some Hispanic in there.
He's Afro-Brazilian.
Okay. All right.
And then he has the white voice actor as well. So there was that. But so now that's like the primer to all of this. Is Storm reduction and shitty explanation.
Yeah.
Shout out to Marcel Dixon for letting Bo DeMaio just how the culture felt about Storm. The culture minus Ernie Blurred Without Fear. I'm about to take out Blurred out of my name. Like, I'm gonna stop referring to myself as a Blurred. Because I don't like being associated with that. That's weirdo energy over there. I don't like that.
Maybe you can also take well, there's no Isaac Hayes the third.
Anyways. I shout out to Marcel for setting Bo DeMaio straight on all of that. But the primer to the T'Chaka news was already being disappointed with Sunspot, with Storm, with Bishop. And then you finally get the cameo that we've been waiting for from the 90s shows. At least I've been waiting for. And it's T'Chaka, which is canonically incorrect.
Yes.
Winterbomb already confirmed that these shows, the 97 show, is directly in the continuity of the 90s animated shows. If that's the case, 92's Fantastic Four, where they meet Black Panther and tells them that his father has been dead for 10 years, is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's canon.
Yeah.
Why are we going against canon for something so minute? He was on the screen for a total of 20 seconds. Mm-hmm. Why did that need to be done?
there's no other answer than the obviousness that
there's
they're
a mandate.
erasing.
There's a
That
mandate.
they're erasing T'Challa from the MCU.
There's a clear and present directive not to have T'Challa on screen. Now, that's the backdrop, right?
Yep.
Thursday night, I enjoyed the stream with Chillmonger and Darius from Planet Fanatics, not Planet Phonetics or Planet Fantonics. That shit was Planet Phonetics. Holy. Anyways.
Well, that's because he's Dan of Nerds.
Anywho, Darius had a scoop for us that night and released a video later after the stream that explained that, he got a source that was letting him know that maybe Marvel has seen the light on some of this, or at least has seen the numbers, and is pivoting away from the T'Challa arc. And also within that, maybe Ryan Coogler will not be reprising his directorial role in the Black Panther franchise for the third installment.
That's a quick overcorrect for the T'Chaka scene. Maybe, or it would have to be from Black Panther 2.
So yeah, the idea is that we're going to do something multiversal, that we're going to be doing something around Secret Wars, and this could lead to Storm and T'Challa both being introduced into the mainline MCU. We had already heard, we had talked about the Storm stuff, right? So that certainly lines up with what we have been hearing. But even beyond that, it does kind of give you a fix-all, right? You could reconstitute, well, mostly, I mean, there's still the unfortunate, unnecessary, unexplainable death of Queen Ramonda. But
Yes.
you could have reconstituted the royal family as it currently stands in the comic books in one film if you didn't do away with Ramonda.
Well, if T'Challa would be coming from...
You're absolutely right. What keeps Angela Davis from being Queen Ramonda in that universe?
Angela Bassett.
Who did I just say?
Davis.
Son of a bitch. Angela Bassett, not Angela Davis. What stops Angela Bassett from being his mother in that universe too?
Well, if it's a different T'Challa, then...
Fam, we about to have X-Men that are different from what we've had in the Fox universe in this new movie, I'm assuming. And Frank McCoy, why am I fucking up? Hank McCoy is in there. He's in that universe where Monica Rambeau is in there, where Binary's in there. We know Binary wasn't in the Fox universe.
Well, my guess would be that it wouldn't be Angela again.
I would love for it to be Angela again.
I would too. I want she's Angela. Killed it.
She should have never been killed off.
Yeah,
should have never been killed off.
Agreed.
Should have never been killed off. It was unnecessary. It was overkill, as if we didn't have enough sadness in this movie already.
But you have a different T'Challa and the same Ramonda? How do you explain that?
Maybe Ramonda's a Nexus being.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
I'd take it.
I mean, yeah, I guess if it brings her back, yeah, for sure. Any other thoughts on the week of T'Challa? And how everything is kind of turned in favor of recast T'Challa. Got people apologizing.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been a lot. We were trending for like 3 days. I think that while that rumor is possible, it's still highly unlikely to me.
Sure.
Because how do the guys who make that decision not make the decision to scrap Ironheart, Wonder Man, and start from scratch with new characters that people are actually asking for? Because the idea behind that rumor is that they have heard what the audience is saying, that they have correctly diagnosed the health of the franchise and what is the best cure for it. How could you be that accurate on Black Panther and so far off base on everything else, on Captain America, on Avengers, on all of the lower tier auxiliary characters that you're trying to introduce? Agatha. How is that stuff still coming out if we're making the type of decisions you would need to correct the Black Panther franchise? I want it to be true.
Sure.
I would love it to be true. But all suggestions of the evidence that I've seen says that's not where they're headed.
Right. No, I get that. At the very least, you should meet it with some skepticism.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Regardless.
Heavy skepticism. Because again, that is a very competent decision from a seemingly incompetent group.
Yeah. Black Claw 2. Is that JP? Black Claw 2?
No.
No?
Or I don't know. Maybe.
Said Lynn Whitfield as Multiverse Ramonda. And I swear, when you said, like, Angela Bassett, and I'm like, well, there should be a different Ramonda, I would think. That's who I was thinking of.
Who's Lynn Whitfield?
From a thin line of between.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, I can see that.
That was the only other person I was thinking of. I thought it was John Paul
in all the damn Tyler Perry movies.
Shout out John Paul. Huh?
Ain't she in the?
Yeah. But this would give her a real movie to be in, not a Tyler Perry.
I could do that. I could do Lynn Whitfield.
Anyway, shout out JP. Will T says he's excited for Agatha and Wonder Man.
No, you're not. I don't believe you.
No, there's no way.
I don't believe
Lil,
you.
he said, I'm excited for Agatha and Wonder Man. Forget that Blade, Ghost Rider, and Nova nonsense.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say. That sounds like horse. Caca.
Anyway, Ironheart is supposedly being released in 2025.
What are we doing?
Daredevil,
What are we doing?
March 2025.
What the fuck? 2021 or 2022, right? For Wakanda Forever? 2022? Is that when it came out?
Yeah. 2022?
To 2025, and we don't even have a date, which means that thing is probably going to slide if any other projects around it slide. So potentially 2026, a 4-year gap. A 4-year gap. 3 years if we're being gracious and it's on time and we actually get a date soon. But more than likely, about 4-year gap in between when we seen Riri Williams on screen. She's not even going to look like a teenager anymore.
No.
Like,
that's going to be a problem.
Unless they start filming this shit today, she is going to look like a completely different girl. She already was just a smaller adult.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you think you can make these grown-ass women look like children?
Yeah, for sure.
I guess it kind of helps that she's supposed to be at MIT, but like we're pushing it, fam.
Yeah.
Like if you look at Dominique Thorne in Black Messiah, the Fred Hampton story, and then look at her in Ironheart, you can tell they were shot in some years apart.
Or Black Panther too.
I feel like Black Panther. Excuse me. I feel like the footage that they had for her, or at very least, they worked very hard to make her look younger. But it's a completely different person in Black Messiah. Yep. Like, not even close. She busting shotguns out a window in Black Messiah. And she's a first-year MIT student who's at MIT early, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So really a high school age student at MIT.
Yeah.
She's not going to be able to play that forever.
Nope. You're going to get one project if you're lucky.
You're going to ice her for 4 years?
Does that surprise you after the Blade shit?
It doesn't even make sense that the show is being made. But if you were going to make it, at very least, either have it come out before the movie or around the movie so that people are still interested. Nobody cares.
Agreed. Well, one person cares. Who? Schumacher?
No, he don't.
Isn't he a huge Ironheart fan?
I don't think he cares about the show.
Oh, well,
I don't think he expects to get the Ironheart stories that he got from Brian Michael Bendis adapted accurately in the Ironheart shows coming out in Disney Plus. But correct me if I'm wrong, Chill.
But yeah, Daredevil I think has been in production though. I don't think they've done anything with Ironheart, but I think
I'm trying to figure out why Daredevil's taking so long. Wasn't Daredevil done?
Yes.
Isn't Daredevil done? Like, what's taking so long with Daredevil?
Yeah, like put it out Q3, Q4 maybe 2024.
2024.
2024.
Oh, okay, cool.
If it's already done, put it out. No,
are you saying that's what's going?
No, they're saying March 2025.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm saying
that's insane.
Put it out Q3, Q4.
Unless there was something in there that they're currently changing about everything that needs to be changed in Daredevil. Which I doubt, but whatever.
Did Planet Fanatics also say that about Damson?
What's that? Yes, yeah, that they were looking at Damson. Yep.
That'd have been good news to have too.
Sorry. Yep.
Damn.
That was part of the scoop that they're eyeing Damson Idris as the.
That does actually make sense, like JP says, because of Daniel Kaluuya and yeah, that makes sense. They wrapped filming on Ironheart a while ago. Okay, I didn't know.
Ironheart's done.
Fam, maybe we did talk about that.
What are we doing? The show is already shot.
Yeah, no, they don't even have a date for that.
They don't even have an excuse. It doesn't even have a date. That might be the silently canceled. Actually, you know what? that maybe if it's constantly getting pushed and it's already filmed, that may be the silently canceled.
They also said Agatha is also filmed too, right? And I
No,
don't think
Agatha's a series. Agatha is a series.
No, but it's already been filmed, right?
Agatha's coming out. That's the next show coming out.
Oh, it is the next show.
Yeah, Agatha's the next show coming out.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
That one has been announced.
Chill said he's not interested.
Not interested in the Ironheart live action? I didn't think so.
Variety reports that Charlene Yee has accused abuse on the set of the upcoming Taika Waititi directed Time Bandits. Thoughts on that?
Taika is sicko mode. So they didn't name Taika specifically, or at least I didn't read the article. So.
But that's the movie that he directed.
It is his project, so he's definitely going to take some heat for that. I hope that, or I wonder if it had any bearing on him maybe not finishing out his Star Wars movie.
Or also him not having anything to do with the upcoming Thor.
If ever there was a workplace where potential violence, or at least complicity to violence against women, would get you, out of your position, it'd be Lucasfilm, ran by Kathleen Kennedy.
Yikes.
Well, if she's being consistent, a lot of people talk about women's rights and don't actually work for it in practice. So maybe she would allow it. Who knows? All I know is Taika Waititi's not doing his Star Wars film anymore, and apparently he's involved in weirdo behavior.
Sure.
But not as weird as Francis Ford Coppola.
Nice little transition.
Not nearly as weird.
Yes.
Not as weird as the Godfather director.
Yeah, homeboy is shooting a nightclub scene in his upcoming Metropolis movie and is out here kissing female extras to get them in the mood.
Damn. To what?
To get them in the mood for this nightclub scene.
Again, Holly weird.
Very weird.
Holly weird. I don't even What are you fucking talking about? Why do you think you are this untouchable, fam?
That's not even...
What are you talking?
What?
To get them in the mood?
That's just extra weird.
I
can't even register that in Hollywood, knowing that there's mad cases for everybody. I can't even understand why you would think that would be okay.
This is going to be a great question to answer on the press trail for your movie. This will be great for everybody to be talking about this on the red carpet and in interviews about the movie. It'll be really great.
Your movie is done already.
Thanks, Francis Ford Coppola.
You've ruined it. That's crazy.
That is nuts.
Insane. Okay. Krakoan era Kitty Pryde reveal.
Okay. This one really annoyed me. It really annoyed me. So, any X-Men comic book fans here who've followed through the Krakoa era all the way up into this disappointing end that we're getting, knows that there's been a lot of things, a lot of early on plot threads that weren't satisfied or were lazily taken care of. Even with, the Moira McTaggart piece of this entire coming together, the entire forming of the country of Krakoa, the state of Krakoa, was nerfed halfway through when Jonathan Hickman left at Inferno. So, another one of those tidbits was the fact that Kitty Pryde, a woman who can go translucent through any material known to man, couldn't use the Krakoan gates that were specifically set up for mutants. And so, rather than actually carrying that torch on from Hickman in the original, architects of the Krakoan era, guys like C.B. Cebulski and Jordan White think that it was just one of those things that, fans go crazy about, but we never thought it was that serious. So I guess we should have worked harder to explain. I'm like, what? It was never anything? Like, it was never... No, but I know it was a minute since you edited a comic book review, but that was a constant thing for Kitty. She literally had to join the Marauders team to sail around the world to pick up mutant refugees because she couldn't use the gates and do anything else. It was a key part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
They even found a way to bleed it into her resurrection. I hate these people. I hate these people. There are certain folks at Marvel that are absolutely ruining the company. I don't know if they see it that way, but that's what's happening. They are devaluing this stuff by being in charge of it, by adding their contributions to it. I actively think that Marvel Comics is in a worse place than it was before Jordan White and CB Cebulski joined it. That's my honest feeling. I think there are people in comics that are actively destroying the industry with shit like that. Just inherently anti-comic behavior and language. And it's killing the industry. It absolutely is.
That was an insane shot you threw at me there.
What's that?
I know you haven't edited a comic book video in a while.
Because we haven't
to
done
basically
one.
say, I know you don't read comic books.
Oh, well, let me.
That's crazy. All right, Chillmonger. Okay, let's take a look here. Eric July's Ripperverse trailer for, is it Yaira?
Yeah, for Yaira #1. So he's got another comic coming into the Ripperverse. Debuting, or the trailer will be debuting tomorrow on baby girl's actual birthday and my anniversary. Shout out to the missus. But there's a digital trailer that's going to be dropping for his comic tomorrow, so everybody go check that out for sure. Shout out to the Ripperverse.
Gotcha. And then looks like you wanted to take a look at this prophecy, Doom prophecy.
Yes, boy. Oh man, I can't wait for that. Every time I think I'm about to leave Max, they just keep dragging me in.
Is it a series? It's a series.
Back. Yeah, it's a series.
Okay. Then they already filmed a series for it? Damn, they on the ball with this one. They want this to go.
They about to bury Star Wars. They're going to absolutely bury Star Wars.
The way that they're making things work, for sure.
We're doing Andor season 2, and they're doing Doom Prophecy. Good luck.
Yikes.
Good luck.
All right, like last time, I know it's tough for the live viewers, but we'll throw the video into the actual video.
The replay for sure.
But hopefully you can hear it and watch on your own. Oh, I just cracked my phone, so there's that.
10,000 years before the birth of Paul Atreides, before the universe would know us as the Bene Gesserit, we founded a sisterhood. Assigned to the great houses to help them sift truth from lies. We created a network of influence throughout the Imperium. But power comes with a price.
A sister on the throne. Nothing is more important. And this is the marriage that makes it possible. This is us playing God, and we will be judged for it. Value Harkonnen.
And so, have you seen Doom 2 yet? Of course not. It plays into something key that happens in the middle of that movie with Paul Atreides' mother. But yeah, no, that's gonna be fucking awesome.
Sisterhood above
Okay,
all.
when does the show come out? This fall. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got a little bit of time to catch up.
Oh yeah.
I gotta also watch.
I don't think
I
time
gotta
is
watch
ever your problem.
Fallout. I don't know what's
Fallout
going
is
on.
very good. Very
I
good
don't know
show.
why I haven't watched that yet. And then I should probably watch Shogun too. But then
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Dune 2.
then we gonna real
Dune
watch.
2.
Then we gonna watch
Dune
it.
2.
Yeah,
I'm
for sure.
there. I'm right there.
For sure.
I think that's everything.
That the list?
I think that's the list. Let's see. T'Chaka, Ironheart, Charlene Yee, first trailer for Doom prequel series, Eric July's Ripperverse, Francis Ford Coppola, and Krakoan era Kitty Pryde. Yeah, no, him kissing girls for a nightclub scene, to get them in the mood for a nightclub scene doesn't make a lick of sense. And I did say, I think I said Metropolis. I think it's Megalopolis. Megalopolis. Yeah.
So Black Panther sabotaging the industry. Yes, absolutely. I think people like Cebulski and Jordan White sabotage the industry. Jordan White specifically because he's a terrible writer and they keep giving him opportunities to write. CB Cebulski because he greenlights a lot of the direction that we've seen from not only newer characters that we're trying to get introduced, not only the black characters that are constantly ignored, but your flagship characters who keep taking these crazy ass turns that no one is asking for, i.e. Spider-Man. If you want to know why Spider-Man has been this crazy roller coaster for the last 3 or 4 years. Blame CB Cebulski in whatever direction he greenlights what's guy Zeb Wells to go in, or the other guy who's writing on that. Can't remember his name right now. None of that shit gets through without CB Cebulski. Sorry, it got me back into a rant about goddamn
Chillmonger
editors.
talking about Josh reads the strips on the newspapers. True comic head. Fuck you.
I definitely this is what I'll say about Ripper. He's black, independent. The comics are good. Outside of that, I hate the fact that he associates himself with people like Nerdotic. I hate it. I love everything he's doing with his business, with his company going independent, making his own content that supports a message that he wants to get out there, and that's fine. And from what I have seen, this work has not been political in any direction. And as long as it stays that way, he'll have my support. What I'll never do is he'll never be on the platform. I'll probably never go on his, because I don't fuck with anybody that fuck with Nerdotic. But I can be objective and say that the work is what it is, and I can appreciate the work because he's an independent comic owner, and I support most independent comic owners, especially black ones.
Sure. Somebody asked, Lauren London or Megan Good, who is more beautiful? Definitely easily Lauren.
See, I feel like that depends on what era you grew up in. If you was born from like 89 to 95, it's Megan Good, and it's not even close. If you was born from 95 to 2000, it's probably Lauren London, because the first ultra bad starlet of your age period was probably Lauren London around 2008, 2009-ish.
Yeah.
Right? By that time, Megan Good was already grown. She was way out of your purview. You wasn't watching no kid shows with Megan Good on it. But when you watched ATL and New popped in,
that's a fact.
with the earrings that said New, even though none of her friends was buying none of that new shit. So it depends on the era that you grew up in. I'm going to go Megan Good.
Agreed. Both insanely beautiful black women. I saw a clip recently of Paige Hurd from Power, who plays Lauren in Power.
Walking with Megan
Good. And I tweeted,
Lord
can Jonathan Majors fight? Like, it's a joke. Like, it's a joke to be like, yeah, I want his girl. Didn't realize how tone deaf that could have been, so that was a little wild. But yeah, man, no, insanely beautiful women. So
they both thick, so that's hard.
Yeah, that's
Jeremy Quinn said factual. Black Panther facts. Racists have been attacking Eric lately. It's not interesting. It is literally predicted. He's Doja Cat right now. He's Doja Cat. You doing a good thing. You really doing a good thing for black people. And I wish he would put his chest out a little bit more while he's doing it. But as long as you play in the mud, you gonna come out with something. Something is going to attach with you. So when you in racial chat rooms showing feet, yeah, eventually them racists gonna come on you too, cause you black.
Yeah.
If you in streams with Nerdotic when he's screaming woke this, woke that, and black people, then you kind of deserve whatever residual racism comes along with that fan base. I wish he would distance himself from that shit, because honestly, it's what's keeping. Well, nothing's really keeping the book from selling. It's selling.
Yeah.
Would it be better without the taint of you associating yourself with a known racist? Yeah. Absolutely. Whatever you're making now, just know that you hurting yourself by going and creating content with him.
What's going on with our chat right now? I see 90s Janet getting thrown in the chat. Glittery Bubbles came out of nowhere, by the way. Through Effie versus Lauren.
Yeah.
Effie is fire, though. I'll give you that. All right, man. We got to get out of here.
Who's Alex Willarpy?
Alex Lepre is Effie.
Oh.
Effie from Power. So basically Effie from...
Effie or Lauren.
Yeah.
Interesting. Effie or Lauren. First, check ages on both of these girls before I start commenting on the 21-year-old and not be looking like Drake.
No, both of them are at least mid-20s.
Well, you know what? Lauren was on with Everybody Hates Chris. Yeah, she was Chris's girl. So yeah, I know she close to 30.
Yeah.
I don't know about Effie though.
Effie is mid-20s at least.
All right. Well, I'ma say Paige.
I am
Paige.
too, but I like the edge from Effie that she gives off. I like that shit.
You don't know if she act like that in real life.
Well, okay. Are we comparing the characters or the actors or actresses? Well, I guess they're real people in real life. So,
Well, I mean, you said she has an edge. You don't know if she has an edge.
yeah, no, I
in real
was
life.
referring to Effie, but yeah, in real life, no, I feel like I've seen some of her Instagram pictures right there. There's a little bit of edge. But
Geeks Gamers and Melanie Mack are well as well. I don't know who Melanie Mack is. I think I heard Geeks and Gamers though. Does need to distance himself, actually speak for black people. I mean, I'm saying you have a platform that is successful and it's multicultural. Just open up your mouth. Just open up your mouth, fam. You do not have to ride along with that because it's not going anywhere. Nerd is not getting any bigger than he already is right now, and he's not going to exist in any spaces outside of the space that he exists in now. The smaller that box creeps in, the more dependent he's going to be on people like Eric July to legitimize him. The smaller this whole anti-woke content box gets, the less people are going to start listening to him. And he's going to start leaning on people like Eric to legitimize his bullshit. Before it gets there, I hope he just steps away.
yeah, that's just like how Den of Nerds is depending on
Planet Phonetics. Phonetics. Phonetics.
Oh man.